All right, good morning, folks. Man, I am rough this morning. Fixing to just got in last night. Been out 6 or 7 days, 6 I think. Um, my longest run ever. In driveaway, 1,736 miles. I don't like to do those long ones like that, but I did. So I thought I'd give you the breakdown on that, and I've been asked for what stuff I carry in my tow car. So I think I'll just combine two videos, give you like a little tow car pocket dump, and let you know what I carry in my tow car. It's all messy. Like I said, I just got in last night. Hadn't had a chance to clean her up. I try to take stuff out as I get out, but doesn't always make it. So anyway, got to clean her up this morning, take her in, get some work done on her, and get her back up to snuff there. Got a few things in front end, take care of, stuff like that. It happens. So anyway, this is basically what I carry in my tow car. I've got my old iPhone that I use for a dash cam. The app is Driver, I think called Driver. When I searched for dash cam apps on the Apple Store, there was a bunch of them. Up here is my CB, President Bill. There's my external speaker for the said CB. Both of them's mounted with Velcro. Much better than the command strips, by the way. I don't really care for the mic, but, it works, So, phone holder. Down here we have, what do we have? We have some new adapters for the cordless torque wrench. These things from Harbor Freight, these little flashlights that plug in, $3 each. Man, they are great. I buy one or two almost every time I go to Harbor Freight. Put them on. I got them in the house. I got them in my pickup. I got them in my car. They're great. So all you do, just charge them, and when that goes to green, it's charged. I didn't realize that was down. So obviously adapters. These ones from Casey's are junk. You think because you have two slots, you can charge two things like a dash cam and a phone at the same time. You can't. They will overheat and pop. Junk. This little thing here is my seat organizer. It's where I keep my placards and my transport plates and my binders. It's great. I also carry extra glasses, pens, cords. It's just, I got it off of Amazon. It's just a car seat organizer. So I love it. Has three spots for the three companies I'm leased to, plus a big pocket for the binders and stuff. There's my little blanket. And I guess I should have cleaned this out before I did this video, but oh well. It's real life. Oh, there's another transport plate down there. Of course, you got to have your wipes. Good grief, man. Bluetooth speaker, battery jump pack. That actually works pretty good. I've jumped the car this past week when the belt came off, and I thought my alternator. Down here, I have a good grief. Gatorade bottle, empty Gatorade bottles. Well, if you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say about that. Sardines, replacement tail lights, more canned chicken, canned tuna, more Gatorade bottles. Okay, I'm old. What can I say? Oh, there's some tuna over there too. Just food stuff down in there. Pretty much all I got here. Blankets, coats, trash. Man, Amazon order I got right before I left. Man, this thing is nasty, really. Some Lysol spray. Some of these trucks you get into are not the cleanest. So you want to kind of kill anything that might be nasty in your seat or the sleeper. That's pretty much for front. Of course, all kinds of stuff in the console. That's about it. Let's take a look in the back now before we do the breakdown. Oh my goodness. Coat, pillow. Let me get out here. Oh man, it's way too early to be doing this, but I got stuff to do today. So, okay, we got pillows. We got a sleeping bag. We got over on the far side, you can barely see them, a couple fishing rods, camping gear, propane, little basket there from Dollar General with a propane single burner stove and camping stuff, a little cast iron skillet, stuff like that. There's my tent, another pillow, travel pillow, tarp that I was going to take out for the house. It doesn't go with me. Old air filter I just put in, insulated cooler, one of the soft sides, my pad, 3-inch pad I got from Cabela's. Another pad right there, that silver thing. Pretty much, guys, that's what I'm carrying in my tow car. You done seen the trunk video of my tools and stuff. I feel like I had some other stuff in here. Oh yeah, there's a little collapsible Shakespeare fishing rod there. That little metal thing under there is a chair. So, seemed like I had some tools and stuff back here. I usually carry water in here, my water. Air compressor from Harbor Freight. You can see why I need a larger tow vehicle. We're working on that right now as we speak. Oh, look at here. Where did that come from? Ritz peanut butter crackers. Gotta have those. Man, that's a must-have right there on the road. So anyway, yeah, she's pretty rough. She looked a lot nicer 6 days ago before I left. Had all the trash out of it and everything. But carry some Windex. Something else I carry down there. Tire gauge. Stuff like that. That's pretty much my loadout. On this. So it's pretty much what I carry inside. If you're not into camping, obviously you wouldn't have a lot of this, but that little car seat organizer thing from Amazon has been a lifesaver. That's a heated pad, by the way. That black thing right there is a heated pad, 12 volt, plugs into your cigarette lighter. That was a real nice little lifesaver thing. The other night in New Mexico, or Texas, I guess. So anyway, okay, let's look at the breakdown on this load. Alrighty, by the way, this is how I keep up with my receipts and stuff. Just a plain manila envelope. I know some people use spreadsheets and this, that, something else, apps and stuff, but this never needs updating. It never crashes. It's always on. Just always works. So, let me get me a pen here, my favorite pen. This load was 1,736 miles. By the way, this first load, 500 and something miles, $870. No fuel. It had enough fuel in it to make the whole trip. Love it. So, this is the dates. I put the dates here, BOL, VIN numbers. 1,736. This truck had a half a tank when I picked it up. I made 175 miles before I put fuel in it. Still had probably a quarter tank in it when I put fuel in it. So I'm not counting those 175 miles on this because it already had fuel. Filled up 4 times coming across the country for a total of $789.21. That pay on that was $2,400. Trying to think. I stayed one night in a motel, and that was other night coming home after I done delivered it. But I counted it here. Tolls, that was tow car tolls, tow car gas coming home. I dedicated 1,000 miles home, not because there wasn't no loads out there in North Carolina coming back west. There was no loads I wanted to come back. I wanted, I dropped Saturday morning. I was going to go to the beach there in North Carolina. Never been to North Carolina beach. And I'm thinking, wait, it's a beautiful day. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. Everything will be so freaking crowded. I'm not putting up with more traffic. I'm coming home. So anyway, I deadheaded home. Got home late last night. And this is also how I'll do the trips. This is 2 trips. And this is how I do. This is like a summary. So at the end of the year, all I have to do is look at this right here for most of my taxes. ATM fees to get cash for tolls, $3. Motels, $176. I keep track of my tow car gas. That's just for me, so that I will know, how much I'm spending on gas and stuff. Nights on the road, 6 nights on the road. Total miles for the tow car was 3,866. $789 total both trips for fuel, especially since I didn't have to use no money here. I should have figured this up. I can't figure it out in my head. Too early. 2,400 minus 800. What is that? Right around 1,600. When I'm on the road, I try to net, not gross, but net $400 a day. I'm happy with that. I can make a living on that. Let's see. And so I'm trying to find the calculator so I can clue y'all in a little bit better here. Why can I not function this morning? There we go, calculator. Okay, that was 24. Subtract. I'm just going to say 790 instead of 789. 1,610 is what I netted on that load. Divided by, that was a 4-day run on that one. Divided by 402. So I met my goal of $402. Now, when I combine both of those, when I combine this one with this one, I think I came out averaging 413. That's before, remember, that is before you get to do your taxes and you put in your nights, your per diem and your mileage. Then you're doing even better. So anyway, basically $1,600, and I was, actually I put 4 days in there. It was really, I picked it up around noon on a Wednesday. I could have been there Friday night if I'd wanted. I just, just didn't want to run that hard. So I just cruised on in Saturday morning, dumped it off about 9 a.m., and I had basically the rest of the weekend. So maybe 3 to 4 days. Just count 4 days. Shit. I mean, hell, really. Still met my goal of $400, netting $400 a day. I know some of you go, oh, you didn't count your food. I stopped once at Nick's on the way over there. Nick's Barbecue off of I-40 in eastern Arkansas. And I stopped yesterday. To get on the way back. That was the most expensive. You don't count your food when you're at home working a 9-to-5 job. I don't count it on the road because I eat for less than $20 a day. I mean, I eat usually one meal a day. So, I eat more. I've said it before. I eat more at home than I do on the road. So, anyway, that's longest load. And this is the exact reason people without a tow car have to take long runs. Because if they take the shorter runs, by the time they paid for airfare, Ubers, Lyfts, taxis, rental cars, it would eat that up in no time. So that's why when you see people doing no tow cars, they have to take these longer runs to get the larger gross, and because their travel expenses are so high. So anyway, I mean, this is what it cost me to come home from 1,000 miles, and I still got 3/4 tank of gas in my car. I filled up the last time, used my KC rewards, got my fuel for $2.74 a gallon, right at $30 to fill up last time. I still got 3/4 tank. So anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm a tow car dump. Oh, now I gotta get off here. I'm actually still in my sweatpants and stuff I slept in, so I need to get off here, go clean the tow car up, get it into the shop this morning, come back and get the pickup and enjoy my week off, I guess. I think it'll take that long to fix. I don't know. So anyway, if you got any questions or anything, leave them down below. Really, like I said, that wasn't a bad load, but for being in there from Wednesday at noon till Saturday morning in a Mack dump truck, not my idea of having a good time. But you know, the truck ran good. It was a rough ride. Let's just leave it at that. So this like I said, there's a little bonus how I do my expenses. So at the end of the year, I can just look down through here, makes taxes throughout the every receipt I have for every trip is in this envelope. It's listed. Every receipt's listed, unless I buy something miscellaneous for tools or something like that, which goes in a miscellaneous envelope, which gets listed on the outside. Travel related expenses go in these envelopes. Next week will be a new envelope, and when I get done with them, they go in a tote that I bought at Walmart, a little more of those plastic crate things. Perfect. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Got any questions, ask them below. I'm gonna get out of here and go clean on the car and get her into the shop. We'll talk to y'all later. Yeah, I meant to tell y'all and I forgot. This truck averaged 7.4 miles per gallon, or I figured it at 7.4 miles. The truck figured it at 7.5, so my math is pretty close. So Mack dump trucks, people do not get good fuel mileage. I've delivered several new ones, and the best I ever got was just a little over 9 on a new one. But 7.4 coming through the mountains of New Mexico and the Smokies there in North Carolina, and I left a little less than half a tank. That last fill up, I knew I had to go through the mountains, and I didn't know how much it would use, and I didn't want to have to stop again before I got to the delivery point, because I hate doing that. So I just filled it up, and I was getting about 400 to a little over 400 miles between fill-ups. So anyway, like I said, it had a half a tank in it when I got there. So that's that. For some of y'all who like to know the fuel mileage and stuff like that, I want to let you know. Seemed like there was something else I was on. Oh well, I'll think about it. I'll tell you. All right, little update. Look how the car kind of clean now. Getting ready to go out in the morning. Got my settlement on that load. I didn't have this when I first made the video, first part of the video. So the reason I didn't mention, sometimes you can get extra money. You have to ask. I have learned that almost all these loads, they have at least $100 to play with. The dispatchers, sometimes more. Since this didn't have a sleeper, I said, hey, you know what? This didn't have a sleeper. How about throwing some money for the motel in? I don't stay in motels, but you can throw motel money in. I'll use it for something else. And they did. Not much. But, you know, hey, some is better than nothing. So anyway, went from New Mexico to North Carolina. They had me at 1,650 miles, which would still been my longest run. And I know where I went out of route. Coming down from New Mexico into the Texas Panhandle, they had routed me on secondary roads. Google's mileage matched theirs. They had me going across secondary roads, picking up I-40 someplace in western Oklahoma. What I did, I just went on ahead and down to Amarillo and picked up I-40 there. That was easiest for me. And then when I got to Memphis, I took 840 around Memphis. It's a hell of a lot less headaches than trying to go through I-40. And it's only 16 miles farther. So those two things added up to the mileage difference. No biggie. $2,400. The advance was $1,440. Settlement was $960. And they did throw in $120 for motels, which, you know, $120 get you a good motel for one night. So anyway, my final settlement on that was $1,080. And you would add $1,080 to $1,440. What would you come up with? $2,440, $1,520, something like that. $2,520, something. So that's the breakdown on the longest load right there. Not too bad. I could have got there Friday night had I really pushed it. I picked this load up Wednesday. I don't know if I ever said this in the video, but I picked it up Wednesday about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I got there Saturday morning at 8:30, 9 o'clock. Actually, I think it was 8. It might be 9, I don't know. I stopped in Carlisle, Arkansas at Nick's and spent the night there. I still had 2.5 hours on my clock I could have ran. And then the night before, I stayed in Texas Panhandle at a rest area. I had about 1.5 hours on my clock when I stopped there. So, yeah, I could have busted my butt and got there, but I saw no reason to. So anyway, I got there Saturday morning. 3 nights? Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. Yeah, 3 nights, really. So, you're not going to get a motel. You might get 2 nights motel for $120 if you shop around, use mom and pop. A lot of times they won't have truck parking, but you know, if you're into it, I wouldn't have stayed motel anyway. I stay in my car when I'm under load. So yeah, that's it. That's the breakdown. Not bad at all. Some people, I want to duck that load. And then they're sitting at home complaining there ain't a load to take. I don't do nothing less than $3 a mile. I've heard that. I'm like, okay, where are you getting this $3 a mile? Well, a lot of companies pay $3 a mile. Well, they're right. I guess there is, because this week I have 2 loads coming up. Both of them pay $3 a mile. They only go $100. 2 of them only going 100 miles. And she needed them moved, and we made a deal. Once again, you can deal with your dispatcher. And we made a deal, and she added $100 to each load, so that's $300 for 100 miles. But these guys act like you can go across the United States 2,000-3,000 miles for $3 a mile. They're lying. Okay, not driveaway. So, and when you hear that, you just know they're blowing smoke. So you might get a short run, two short runs like I've got, which I'll do that in a day, and then hopefully do it in a day if no problems come up, and I'll be back home that night. So anyway, that's it, guys and girls. Just a little on my longest load. Man, was it worth it for me? Yeah, I guess it was. I didn't like the truck. I mean, you can see it, and I was afraid I was going to get stopped at scales because I had so much rust on it. I got through every scale. All of them was open except the ones in North Carolina. Now, when I came back through North Carolina late that morning, both of them were open. But go figure. I just lucked get through there early. But Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arkansas, Tennessee were all open. So They just rolled me across. Tennessee did, first one in Tennessee took a little while. I think he was running my transporter plate. So anyway, that's what kind of potential right there. So y'all have a good one.